I'll speak for you. People
Okay,
think
go.
you're an asshole. But you're not.
Yay Networks.
Hey guys, welcome to another bonus episode. I have been slacking and doing the Q&A on Instagram on my stories, so figure we might do it as a bonus episode.
Yeah, let's do it.
And
You're
then
good at
this
taking
way
care of.
I can answer these. I just get so burned out with social media, and we've just been busy that I'm like, you know what? I can't do it right now, but let's knock it out.
But this is our way to kind of give back to the people that do write in. So thank you so
Yes.
much for writing in every week. And sorry we've been slacking on our pimping, but here we go.
And these are last minute questions. Okay, a lot. Because today I posted about snakes. So basically all of them are like, why are there so many snakes? But in May, it's like The Walking Dead here. It's like the snakes come out and then they're everywhere. And then by June, you don't really see them as much. You might see one, but for some reason in May, it's like they all wake up and then they all just come out.
Well, this is a weird reference.
It is. It's like The Walking Dead.
Why didn't you use like the Pied Piper or something?
I don't know. The Walking Dead. Because I feel like The Walking Dead is just like, and you're scared of them.
Do you know who the Pied Piper is?
No. What's that?
Isn't he played like his flute and he rounded up all the snakes? Isn't that the Pied Piper?
I've never heard of that.
Is that wrong?
No, I'm probably wrong. I just never heard of it.
I might be conflating two stories. Maybe that was on The Simpsons or something. I don't know. Anyways, either reference works. There's a lot of snakes.
It's my neighbor's been seeing a lot. Snakes. Tell Jeff not everyone has watched Jinx, but I will now that you guys mentioned it.
Oh, I guess I got in trouble.
Yeah,
for
you
that.
got in trouble for cutting me off and saying that. But so last night I fell asleep. I fell asleep like the last 20 minutes, so I don't really remember what happened, but there's still like 6 more episodes, I think. He's on the stand right now.
Yeah, I think they're on episode 4. I don't know. There can't be too many left.
Yeah, but the defense team is doing really good.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't want to ruin anything. I can't believe not everyone has seen the Jinx. If you haven't watched it, I'm sorry for cutting Jordan off, and go enjoy. Stay off the internet.
Will you have Brendan and Rachel on the podcast someday?
So for people that don't know, Brendan and Rachel were on season 13 of Big Brother with us. They're another Big Brother couple that met on the show, and they have how many kids now? 2 or 3 kids?
2, I think.
2 kids?
Mhm.
Yeah. But eventually down the road, we will start incorporating more guests and things like that. We just don't want to complicate things or put people out. But if the timing's right and everything works out, of course, I'd love to have them on at some point.
Jeff, do you have veneers?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
Why do people think I do?
I don't know.
That's a
Somebody
good
just
thing.
ask.
I have a fake tooth up here.
He always has problems.
I got to go back to the dentist. I went to the dentist and now they want me to go to a periodontist. Is that right?
What did you do? You bit into an apple?
I was chewing gum, and I had a filling, and I was like, my tooth is hurting. And eventually, like, blew up. Like, I heard this crack. I was like, oh my God, did my tooth just crack? Because I had a filling, and I guess the filling got loose. And when I bit the gum, it like put pressure on it, and it cracked my tooth like to the root. So I had to get like it extracted. Then they screw a screw in there.
Oh, you know what? I remember
And then
this
they
now.
put the tooth on.
Because Jeff didn't have a tooth. He had like a space right here. And sometimes on Daily Blast Live, when he would really laugh and he'd turn to the side, I kept telling him, I was like, don't turn your head to the side too much, because when you laugh, you can see you're missing your tooth.
Yeah.
Remember that? You didn't have a tooth.
For a long time, because they
Yeah.
have to put this screw in there so they could screw the tooth in, and it's got to heal. Like your bone has to heal. But now I always get food caught in there. Wow, this is really like a Q&A. And they said like you lost a little bone density in there, and that's why food's getting caught in there. And they might have to, I don't even know what. I have to go back, and I'm like, man, everything's like, how much is this going to cost me? You know what I mean? I'd rather just take my teeth out at this point. It's like I got a car in my mouth.
I have been using Crest. What's that stuff you've been getting at Costco?
Oh, I don't know, but your teeth are popping.
Yeah, it's Crest. It's in the red. It's in the red.
Crest whitening or something, yeah.
And Jeff the other day said, he's like, your teeth are like so white.
She's like Ross from Friends.
And then Leighton said something the other day. He goes, Mom, are your teeth fake? And I go, no. And he goes, they're so white. My dad said something too. And I was like, I'm just using this toothpaste.
Yeah, that's all you're doing.
That's all I'm doing. I did get my teeth bleached, but that was months back.
Yeah.
And then this stuff is popping, I guess.
Keep it going.
So look for the red Crest toothpaste at Costco and make sure it says it makes your teeth white.
It says whitening on there.
Yeah. How are you with people recognizing you and coming up to you, Jeff?
Me?
Yeah.
I love it because it's not all the time. It's like, you know, maybe once or twice a day. So if I usually go to the store after work or I have to go get something. And I'm so
Jeff's
old.
famous in Costco.
I'm so old that my two main stops are Costco and Home Depot. And so they have break rooms in those places. So if people aren't home during the day, nobody knows who I am. You know, Big Brother is 15 years ago. They don't watch TV. But those places, they have break rooms. So that show is usually on when it's break time. So when I go in there, a lot of the employees are like, oh my God, we were just watching your show right now. I love, you know, and everyone... And that's the thing, when someone comes up to you, nobody has ever in the 15 years that I've been on TV came up to me and said something bad. It's all like positive. We love you guys. It's social media that kind of people get tough and they want to, you know, say something bad. Even if somebody said something bad, I promise you, I can't prove this, but if they wrote something bad, like if they're like, you cut Jordan off on that Jinx thing or whatever and made like a snide remark, if they saw me in person, they'd have something nice to say. So I'd like in-person contact because usually it's positive.
Okay, good one.
Was that too long of an answer?
This you can help me answer because so many people have asked this. Because we talked about Jeff getting canceled, like getting let go at CBS.com. So many people have asked, why did you still host reindeer games if Jeff got canceled? Or people, this one says, was it hard to host reindeer games with everything that happened to Jeff? So to clarify, so Big Brother, I mean, it's on CBS, but they don't do anything with CBS.com, what Jeff used to do. So it's not... They probably don't even know what happened.
I don't know the ins and outs of everything that happened. And getting canceled is such like a blanket statement. It's not like the network comes out and be like, hey, send Jeff this letter. He's canceled. It just, you know, your show's over. So maybe we qualified under canceled. Maybe I didn't necessarily get canceled. That show was over because of something I said. And if you want to find out more about that, go look back at that episode. But the details of who knows what and if... .com communicated with the network. I don't even think they did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just like a boom, boom thing. And people were doing what they had to do because I said something that I shouldn't have said. And I had to pay the piper for it.
But I don't, the people at Big Brother have always been so nice to both of us.
Yeah. And they actually had me back to do that voiceover with Rachel.
They did.
Yeah.
So
this last
he
season,
didn't get canceled from Big Brother, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's I mean, this thing is getting so gray, this whole cancel culture ideology and stuff. It's just like, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't even think they care, to be honest with you.
Shared that. No, they don't care. But people kept writing me after that episode came out and kept saying, well, how did you do that? If Jeff was so upset, how did you still be able to host reindeer games? That's why
it's even more complicated than we let on. But I think maybe a lot of the complication is in my own head. So... yeah.
They don't care about us. So, let's
outside the circle
see.
Of trust.
Will you do a 10-year renewal and have a big party finally? Wedding renewal? No.
Oh, like renew your vows?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. You know, a reason to. I don't want. So I wouldn't be opposed to that for like maybe meeting some friends and going on vacation, and that's the excuse that we're using. But by no means like presents or anything. Maybe an excuse to go take a vacation somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm saying other people bring presents because we're whatever. We got into it on the last episode if you guys tuned into that.
What side effects did the weight loss shots give you? I don't know if it was the weight loss shots or if it was me giving myself anxiety. I've talked about it. I was very anxious. I was very, I had a lot of anxiety, but I did fine the first 4 weeks. And then when I took too much, there were 2 weeks I took too much. I upped the dose. That was when like the anxiety really hit. I never had stomach problems. People keep asking me if I had stomach issues. I never was constipated. Never had any bowel problems. It was more so the anxiety, and I kept saying my tongue burned all the time. And I Googled it, and it said it was low iron. I've always had low iron since I was a kid. My mom's like, I swear you're anemic, and you just never, we've never looked further.
Could you get like blood test and see where your levels are with all that?
Oh yeah, she did the blood test, but when it came back, I was like, oh, I have low iron, which I wasn't surprised about because I always have low iron, but I don't know. I'm not in the medical field. It was something like this offsets this, so you're fine. It was something like that. And, but like I said, ever since I was a kid, I've always had low iron. So I wouldn't be surprised if I did. And I felt like a couple times in the middle of the night, like I woke up in my sleep and I felt like my blood sugar dropped. I was like kind of dizzy out of it. Felt really cold and shaky, like, oh, I need to get something. So I would go downstairs and get the Go-Gurt sticks that the boys have because I feel like they're probably packed with sugar, and I would take that and then feel fine. But like I said, I don't know, that it could have been my anxiety too. My anxiety can really take over, and like I can make myself believe things, but I mean, first 4 weeks, I was completely fine.
Yeah.
But you couldn't even tell. Or do you not want to share? Dr. Coley?
I was about to say that.
Yeah, share this.
Yeah, so we've talked about Dr. Coley. She's the woman we have on. She's the doctor that we use a lot on Daily Blast Live, the show that I work for. And we were actually just talking about that today. And we were talking about Ozempic because so many people are taking that or interested in taking that. And a lot of what she talked about applied directly to you. Now they're saying that Ozempic could take away your cravings for alcohol. And I was like, that's weird because
it was another lady that I've only met her like one other time. We were both talking. She was like, I'm on trizepatide. I go, oh, I am too. And she goes, the thought of drinking alcohol, I'm like, ugh. And I go, the whole time, which I haven't wanted to drink, but the whole time while I was on trizepatide, like when people were talking about margaritas, I was like, ugh. And you know how much I love margaritas. But I just was like, ew, even the thought of alcohol makes me feel gross. That's funny.
Dr. Coley said that was one of the side effects now that they were looking into, that it turns down your addiction, not just with alcohol, but your addiction, whether it's like to food or maybe perhaps drugs. So they're thinking now maybe down the line, if you do have an addiction to like a severe drug, maybe this could be one of the things to turn that dial down within your body, so the cravings go down. So I don't know. That's just something they were looking into. But the point of the story is so many people are interested in that. So she's going to come on the podcast, speaking of having guests and incorporating them a little bit more and talk all about, trizepatide, Ozempic. I don't even know the difference and all that stuff, and kind of give you the side effects, what you're going through specifically. But she can't do an overall analysis on you until she has like blood work, probably.
Right.
But your symptoms and stuff she could speak on for sure.
Right. I wonder if I could show her my lab work, because I don't care if people know.
Yeah.
My labs. Like,
and
if I could show her what my results were from someone else drawing my blood work, because when I did do my blood work, she was like, you're fantastic. Like, your blood work, she goes, you're crushing it.
Yeah. So that'll be a good episode.
I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, those are like some of those things. But again, if you deal with anxiety, like your anxiety can just take over.
For you, the anxiety part
Isn't worth it.
Yeah, it was way worse than the benefits of what you were thinking you were going to receive. I mean, you lost weight and you lost a lot of weight, but I don't know if that's from the drinking, if that's from the trizepatide, if it's from now exercising a little bit more, but your anxiety was through the roof, and that's not worth it.
No,
that's not worth it.
Not at all. And so, and then as soon as I stopped taking my trizepatide, my tongue stopped burning. And what else? Oh, and my anxiety's gone. Is that not the weirdest thing?
I have no idea.
It's so weird. But like I said, I'm not going to talk bad about trizepatide because it did help kickstart the weight loss, and that's all it was for. That's all I wanted it for. And the last one, this is all weight loss. Okay, we're going to end on this. What is the most misunderstood thing about you?
Me?
Well, probably both of us.
Oh, yeah, let's do both of them. Do you want to go first?
Okay, you do one, what you think is the most misunderstood.
No, speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
I'll speak for you. People
Okay,
think you're an asshole. But you're not.
No, I am, though. I kind of am, though, but I mean it. I mean it like in a joking way. People think like I'm being an asshole, and I'm half joking.
No, I mean, not just with me. I'm saying like all around.
What are
Like
you
you're
talking
just like
about?
an asshole.
There's a rumor out there?
No, I think people just think all around like you're an asshole. But then the podcast helps you because people see like you're a genuine, like nice guy.
I guess so. No, it's hard to bounce back from that. I'm trying now to, I'm getting slowly to a point where I really don't care anymore what people think, unless you're someone close to me. That's really all that counts, But if you're someone like, on the second layer of circle of trust, well, maybe I am an asshole. Maybe you're an asshole and I'm an asshole to you.
Okay, what's mine? Misunderstood.
Oh, everyone thinks Jordan is so sweet and positive all the time. If it's cloudy out, I get snapped at.
It's the joys of being married. That's what happens when you marry a Scorpio.
You sting
Scorpio,
people
no.
for no reason during the day.
Scorpios are hard to love and feisty, but they're loyal. That's what I am. I'm loyal.
You spun that.
Yeah, but that's Scorpio. Yes, I'm feisty, and when I get mad, I get mad, but I am sweet.
Sometimes the things that you're mad about end up on my plate, and I'm like, why am I carrying this around? You're mad at someone else, not me. Why am I facing the brunt of it? I just made dinner.
Jeff, the other night was just like, I was like annoyed by him, and he was like sitting outside having drinks by himself. I opened the door and I was like, you look so weird just sitting there by yourself. Drink, and you're like, why are you so angry?
Yeah, I was just listening to music by the fire, enjoying myself because it was Saturday night and nobody was around. So I'm like, this is actually kind of nice. I like just hanging out. I was FaceTiming a couple of my friends, and then Jordan comes out and snaps at me for no reason.
That's what it's like being married to me. Could be worse, Jeff.
You're married to an asshole, so there you go.
Yeah, we're both assholes. And we'll end on that note.
All right.
I hope you love this bonus episode. Thank you for continuing to watch, download, subscribe, keep tagging your friends, and we will see you next time.
Later, losers.